Welcome to the channel, everybody. Huxbucks here. Today, we're going to go over and take a look at 2023 composite football, specifically like what you should be buying. We're going to have value sheets, kind of an overview of what you can get out of these and what it is in general. It's been a big release week for Topps with Topps Chrome Basketball and Composite Football. We're all going goo for gaga over these. You wouldn't be wrong if it moved at the thought of pulling a Wemby or Stroud autograph. Mine did. It was imperceptible, but it moved, I promise. Now, I did go over Chrome Basketball in a previous video covering whether you should be buying hobby or retail. I'll sum it up by saying, if Jesus comes down from on high and offers to sell you a box of hobby at pre-order price, just do it. Otherwise, retail is your only option. And retail is bad. It's as impressively bad as a 2014 Nick Cage movie, Money Grab. I am pleased to inform you that Composite is on the other side of that coin. But, and it's a big but, did it move? There's really only one retail format you should be buying. At first, I thought, surely, Topps must have made a mistake. Before we get to that juicy nugget, I do want you guys to know I have a giveaway going on for the month of September. To enter, just be subscribed to the channel, and on any September video, leave a like and comment. Every video gets you one entry into the giveaway. Details are in the description below. All right, let's get into it. For the uninitiated and living under a rock littered with the carcasses of 2015 Chrome football pack wrappers, 2023 Topps Chrome football is the first Topps football release since 2015. It is an unlicensed product. That means there are no team logos or team names. Fanatics, aka Topps, doesn't currently have an NFL or NFLPA license. Topps can only use retired players and players they have an NIL agreement with. That's name, image, likeness. What does it all mean, you ask? It means that the only players in this set are retired players and a few current NFL players. But those four players are the draw. They are Will Levis, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, and, drumroll please, CJ Stroud. All four have autographs in Composite, and these are the first available pack-pulled autos for Levis, Young, and Stroud. Richardson, of course, has had autographs in every 2023 Panini product. Sorry, AR. There's not a lot of movement for you on this one, especially with that teeny tiny autograph. So first, we're going to kind of go over the checklist. I'm not going to do a full review. If you want to see that, you can look in the description below. All you need to know for the purposes of this video is that Composite is basically, tell me if you've heard this one before, Topps Chronicles. It's comprised of 10 different top sets to make up a 425 card base checklist. The sets include Chrome, Resurgence, Resurgence Rookies, Chrome Black Finest, Cosmic, Midnight, Heritage Gallery, Archives, and Allen and Ginter. It's a mix of chromium cards and paper stock cards. Good luck stacking those up together. Composite looks, in my opinion, infinitely better than Chrome Basketball. Think of a bachelor's degree versus a first grade let's draw what you did over the summer first day back at school exercise. It's night and day, in my opinion. There's also a hefty list of inserts, including short print inserts like Urban Legends and Resurgence Retro Vision, as well as the super short print Dazzling Debuts and Let's Go. And of course, there's the aforementioned autographs to chase of the hottest, sexiest eligible rookies in the NFL today. Did it move? Sense a theme here? I'm sorry. So, not unlike Chrome Basketball, you might have, like me, lucked out on securing a box on pre-order and the two product drops Topps did prior to release, and you refuse to pay the $400 for unlicensed product, but you still want to open some Composite. Hello, retail. So what's on the retail buffet? Your options are the value or blaster box, the mega or monster box, and the hanger box. The value boxes retail for $30 a piece, and they come with 8 5-card packs. The megas retail for $50 with 6 10-card packs, and the hangers retail for $50 and come with 1 20-card pack. You can find these currently at GameStop. They've been there. Target Online dropped them on Sunday, and I'm sure in Target and Walmart we'll see those in stores possibly this week. The good news with Composite is that you can pull short print inserts, a wide range of autographs, and nearly the full breadth of base numbered cards out of Composite retail. It makes you wonder if Topps is feeling okay after the release of Chrome Basketball and now Composite in the same week, and they're such different products. Composite is more akin to what we're generally used to with retail offerings a la 2024 Topps Chrome Baseball, minus the whole team logo and name thing. It's forgivable. We've been doing it with Leaf for decades. Oh wait. Retail does still have exclusive parallels familiar to previous top products. All non-numbered, of course. Some are exclusive to the format. The monsters are the only place to pull the hobby favorite X-Fractors. You'll only find the sepias and pinks in the blasters. Hangers don't have any exclusive parallels. Poor hangers. And across all three formats, you can pull refractors and prisms. There are brand new parallels exclusive to retail, and it's also exclusive to the Resurgence and Resurgence Rookies checklist. Everyone loves some exclusive on exclusive action. These are non-numbered. The monsters have the blue and orange spark, the blasters sky blue and pink shock, and the hangers get the purple and yellow static. So let's head on over to the odds sheet so I can point out a few things. Let me start by saying I'm not going to be looking at all 10 subsets that make up the base checklist. That's entirely too much to look at in one video. We'd be here all day. All the ratios for pack odds across all 10 sets stay relatively the same and really tell the same story. You can either take my word for it, I'm a trustworthy guy, or you can go over the odds yourself. Link is in the description below. Some sets are slightly more rare than others, but the pack odds ratios remain the same across all three retail formats. And for those wondering, if you look at the top, you'll see two listings for each retail format. One is designated SE and the other EA. SE is Topps Fanatics Direct, and EA is places like Walmart, Target, GameStop. Basically any retail not named Topps Fanatics. For the purposes of this video, I'll refer to those as non-Topps formats. There are slight variations here and there. Any worth noting, I'll definitely point out. So I'm just going to cover the Chrome set here. I'm not going to cover Midnight or any of the other subsets, just Chrome. As mentioned before, the ratios are all the same. I'm not going to go over every single one. You can take a look at it there on screen. I do want you to notice here that for most numbered cards, the odds vary ever so slightly between Topps and non-Topps formats. As an example, golds are slightly easier out of a Topps hanger at 1 in 3,773 versus a non-Topps hanger at 1 in 4,002. That's 229 less hangers to open for a gold. Definitely worth noting. A few other things I'll point out concerning retail you might want to know is that there are some omissions on parallels you can't pull out of certain products. The low-numbered Resurgence Rookies and finest uncommon parallels that are numbered 20 down to 5 are limited in certain products. The hangers really suffer, as do the non-Topps value boxes. The megas are the one retail format that stands strong here. And for the non-numbered parallels, if you look at the X-Fractors, those are mega box exclusive, 1 in 12 packs. You have the prisms, which are across all formats. The sepias and the pinks are blaster exclusives at 1 in 20 for both. Then you have the Resurgence exclusive parallels. For the megas, there's the blue and orange spark at 1 in 13. The hangers get the purple and yellow static at 1 in 4 packs. And the blasters get the sky blue and pink shock, 1 in 22. Slightly easier to pull one of those out of the mega box. All relatively the same, but we'll get more into that when we look at our value sheet. Autographs are also available in every retail format. Chrome, Resurgence, Resurgence Rookies, Black, and Cosmic all have autograph versions in retail. Any autograph that's in hobby is also in retail. The one caveat to that is patch autographs are not available in retail. That is hobby only. Again, we're going to look at the Chrome base autographs. The trend goes for every other subset, but for the base autograph and a blaster, it's 1 in 177 packs. For the megas, that's 1 in 57, and the hangers, it's 1 in 72. You want to pull a parallel of an autograph. Starts to get a little bit more dicey, obviously. A refractor autograph, 1 in 1,633 out of the blasters, 1 in 120 out of the megas, and 1 in 641 out of the hangers. And as you can see, you can pull all kinds of parallels of the autographs, various numbered cards to 299 all the way down to the golds, the oranges, the reds, and even the Superfractors. Maybe you've noticed this already, but I'm going to point it out. It is worth noting. For the hanger boxes, you are twice as more likely to pull a Superfractor out of a non-Topps hanger than you are a Topps hanger. If you look at the odds for a base card Superfractor out of a non-Topps, it's 1 in 32,011 packs. That's the same as pulling a red or red wave versus the tops, which is 1 in 64,139. I honestly, again, thought this was a mistake, but it's listed on the odd sheet for all the Superfractors for the base cards and the autographs available. Honestly, I thought this was a mistake at first, but I'm rolling with what Topps is putting out. So if you want that top-end ceiling, it looks like the non-Topps hanger boxes are the way to go. And now on to inserts. Retail does get its own exclusive set of inserts, 8 in total, with 3 either being short print or super short prints. There are no parallels for any of these inserts, however, but they're rare enough to not need them. Those include Urban Legends, Resurgence Retro Vision, and the toughest of them all, Dazzling Debuts. Now for the short print Retro Vision and Urban Legends, and the blasters, they're going to fall 1 in every 85 blasters. That is 1 in every 2 cases. For the megas, they're going to fall 1 in every 85 boxes. That's 1 in every 4 cases. And hangers, 1 in every 137 boxes. That's 1 in 2 cases. And then for the super short print Dazzling Debuts, the blasters, they're going to fall 1 in every 424 boxes. That's 1 in every 10.5 cases. Megas, 1 in every 423 boxes. That's 1 in 21 cases. And for the hangers, 682 boxes. That's 1 in 10.5 cases. So those are some very tough odds for sure. What is strange here, and it is highlighted, you'll see the Superfractors are not available in retail. Those are in hobby. No other version of those 3 inserts is in hobby except for the Superfractors. Kind of an odd choice on Topps' part. Lastly, let's touch on the paper stock cards you're going to find at the back of every pack, like Gallery, Allen and Ginter, Heritage, and Archives. You can pull numbered variations out of every retail format. However, the 101s, which are red foilboard parallels, aren't available in any of the hangers or the non-Topps blasters. That goes for all 4 subsets. Those, again, are reversed for hobby only. To be clear, unless I pointed it out, the gist is that for the 10 subsets that make up Composite, you can pull every numbered variation that is in hobby down to the Superfractors. Of course, the Breaker's Delight does have a few of their own geometric parallels, but we're not including those. That's not the whole story, though. If you haven't caught on by now, there is one retail format that blows the socks off every other one. It'll make it move, I promise. So let's hop on over to our value sheet and make some magic. First, let's take a look at cost per card. If you're a set builder, then maybe this has meaning to you, but for most of us, it's just not that important. What we're really after are the non-base cards, but for information purposes, here you go. Obviously, the retail is the better option for cost per base card. Blasters at 75 cents, the megas at 83 cents, and the hangers at 75 cents. So not surprisingly, if you want base cards, then retail is your guy. Now let's scoot on over to cost per parallel for the numbered cards. If this doesn't stand up and smack you in the face, I've got a sledgehammer and a dead fish to introduce you to. You can see, starting from Magenta down to the Superfractors, the mega boxes on a cost per basis is by far and away the best option, period. It's better than Hobby, and it's better than Breaker's Delight. Hobby is a close second, but we're focusing on retail here, so let's focus in on that. If you look for a Magenta, you're going to spend $808 out of the megas. For the blasters, over $4,000, and for the hangers, over $7,000. We go down to the golds, which is one of the most coveted parallels in Topps. The megas, $6,400. The blasters, $36,000, and the hangers, $60,000. You want to pull a Superfractor? Don't we all? The megas, $312,000. The blaster boxes, $1.5 million, and the hangers, $480,000. Now that $480,000, of course, as I mentioned earlier, is for the non-Topps hangers. Topps hangers that cost basically doubles. So if you want numbered cards, and I know you do, megas are the clear choice here. The gap is so wide, it makes the Grand Canyon look like a crack in the ground. All right, on to non-numbered cards. If you look here, there's not a lot cross-seating here that goes on with these parallels other than the refractors and the prisms. The refractors, the hangers are actually your best buy at $75 a refractor, followed by the blasters at $146, and the megas come in last at $242. The prisms also span all 3 retail formats. Your best bet is the blasters if you want a prism, next the hangers, and then the megas. Then you can take a look at the sepias and pinks for $75 per out of the blasters, and the X-Fractors are about $100 per out of the megas. And then we got the brand new exclusive parallels. And if you look, pulling the rookie card in that parallel is almost 10 times tougher than pulling just a veteran. So those are definitely going to be tougher pulls. It really depends on what parallel you're after. All of them are fairly easy pulls aside from the rookie cards of the Spark, Shock, and Static. Personally, I like the Static from the hangers out of all of them. The Spark is basically a Panini Disco parallel. Been there, done that. The Shock is a good looking parallel, no doubt. I think the Static has the most eye appeal of them all though. So of course it has to be the most expensive one to pull out of all three. Overall though, Blasters are going to give you more non-numbered parallels per dollar spent. All right, on to autographs now. Here I used the Chrome autograph subset to pull my numbers. For the other sets, some are harder or easier to pull. Nothing crazy wild, but the pack odd ratios between the different formats are relatively the same. The difference is so slight, it's not even worth noting. If we look at the cost per on the autographs, we can see the same story we saw with the base numbered cards. If you just want to pull a base Chrome autograph, the best option is Hobby, closely followed by the Megas at $475. The Blasters are going to cost you $664, and the hangers $1,080. If we look at the autograph parallels, the same story applies until we get to the blues, number to 150 and on down. Then the Megas kind of take over from Hobby. They become the better value for sure, and quite substantially, I might add. The Blasters aren't terrible. The hangers are absolutely awful. If you're looking for autographs, steer well clear of the hangers. But again, Megas are the obvious choice for retail if you're hunting autographs. Do I need to reintroduce Mr. Sledgehammer and Mrs. Seabass? Last, let's see if the short print and super short print inserts can turn the ever-encroaching tide. So as mentioned before, we got three different chase inserts in retail. That's Urban Legends, Retro Vision, and Dazzling Debuts. And actually, if you're going after those, the hangers and blasters are clearly your better buy. For Urban Legends and Retro Vision, both the blasters and hangers are about $2,000 per, whereas the Megas are $4,000. And for Dazzling Debuts, you're spending $10,000 and $12,000 respectively for the hangers and blasters. The Megas can cost you $21,000. One more thing before we wrap all this up in a tiny bow. I made an attempt to estimate how many boxes of each format were made. I could totally be wrong here. This was my first attempt at doing something like this, so please, if I'm wrong, correct me. Or blame Scotty B because I used a half-assed version of what he uses to determine box runs. I won't bore you with how I got here, but if anything, this should kind of give you an idea, at least of the ratios between each format, how much was made. So if we look at the total number of cases, you have 2,700 for Hobby, 2,000 for Delight. The Blasters, there were 11,379 cases produced. The hangers, there was only 6,385. And the Megas, there were only 2,683 cases produced. I don't know if this is typical of Topps products to have so few Megas compared to the Blasters and hangers, but man, that is eye-popping. They basically made 3 times as many hangers as they did Megas, and they made 5 times as many blasters as they did Megas. All right, time for that bow, time to wrap it up. If you've struck out on Hobby and refused to pay secondary market prices as you should and want to buy some retail, the clear, obvious choice here are the mega boxes. It's not even remotely close. I'm actually astonished how much better the Megas are than the blasters and hangers. It almost feels like another mistake on Topps' part. So if you want to buy retail, run out and get a Mega today. Like now, seriously. The production run on the Megas appears to be pretty small. If I had to put on my Nostradamus hat, I'd predict these will immediately dry up, and secondary market prices will go from $70 now up over $100 once people realize how good these are. Run out and get them at $50 at retail cost while you can. Of course, this isn't buying advice. I'm not telling you to run out and invest in sealed wax. That's silly. I am telling you that, in my opinion, from the data I can see, Megas are the retail format you want to buy. It is such a glaring difference. It's almost an anomaly that, to my knowledge, you don't see in other products as much. I am going to get my hands on some of these later this week, and I'll probably have a rip and review video for you the following week, so stay tuned for that. And if you guys do like this type of content and box breaks, consider subbing to the channel. Drop a like on this video. It helps out the channel tremendously, more than you know. I do want to thank you guys for watching, and until next time, peace.